What is going on? So, I'm gonna be reviewing the latest episode to American Horror Story Hotel. So, this episode was pretty long. It was like almost 2 hours, and I thought to myself, I hope we get enough screen time of Lady Gaga. And thank God, we did. And we got to we got to know her, get to know her for a minute. I mean, what is she? Is she a vampire, or is she someone that just enjoys drinking blood, like some crazy goth girl or whatever? But and it turns out that they are vampires, and they drink blood, and they're eternally young, and they just stay, live eternity, and they have to drink blood. But they don't have the fangs, and the sunlight doesn't set them on fire. It doesn't make them burst into flames. But it's a good idea to stay out of the sunlight because it could weaken your, I guess your immortality. But yeah, that's very interesting because how you could be a vampire and not, need fangs to, uh, you know, to, um, I guess to attack your prey. I mean, the strain also, was clever with that as well, where they didn't, need the teeth to bite, to attack their prey. They just used that long ass tongue, and they wrap it around their victims, and then it drains the blood out of them as they're, as it's in there, and so yeah, I thought that was very interesting, and it's very well done. Where they don't use fangs, they just need like a stabbing weapon and just slit their throat and then just drink the blood. Like that's how they do it, and make them look like weird ass goth people. And right before that, um, I assume that the kids were vampires too because they're drinking out, off those poor, Russian girls, and I'm like, oh damn, they must be vampires. And I thought to myself earlier on, when right before I just, when I discovered that the sunlight doesn't make them burst into flames, I said, you know what, I would take all those kids out into the sunlight and to burn alive, and so I can go into that video game room. So with that being said, since the sunlight doesn't kill them, I would just have a stake gun, where I'm just like, choom, 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 choom. So I don't know if steak, can't kill them, but maybe it can. I'll have some silver, where it shoots silver bullets too, just in case. And and another interesting part about this episode was Evan Peters' character, where that Gomez Adams looking motherfucker named James March, and how he builds the hotels. He builds that hotel so he can basically, do his kill a place where he can do his little killing spree and dump away the bodies, no evidence, nothing, not a zilch, and that's why the hotel was built, for that specific reason, so that they can so he can dispose of the bodies after he kills them and so on and so forth. So yeah, if you try to check into that hotel, you're a goner. Yeah. And yeah, this episode was pretty long, and I thought it was interesting. It was crazy how that detective's daughter, she sneaks off and she goes into the hotel, and then she finds her brother, and he's a vampire. I think he was almost getting ready to drink her blood or whatever when she took that selfie of him, and then she luckily got out of there, and luckily nobody. She's lucky she didn't, get killed, and that was a close call. I thought they were gonna do that too, and then she tells her dad that she saw the brother, and he's like, no, he's dead, and he's not there, and you don't say that again, and then then he looks at the picture, but it's blurry. I thought for sure he was not going to be in the picture at all, but it's just a big blur. But you can still obviously see that he's there, and he saw him, himself in the season premiere. I mean, like, and it's just crazy, and I'm trying to think of what else happened here. Yeah, so Lady Gaga's new prodigy is embracing his eternal life by you know seeing if anybody checks in, and then he lures them up to the elevator into their room, and then drains their blood and so on. So and yeah, and this was almost a 2 hour episode, and not a lot happened, but not, a lot didn't happen. I mean, like, it seems like we have vampires and we have ghosts. Seems like we have both those supernatural creatures, because it seems like there's more ghosts than vampires in this storyline anyway. And that's interesting because I was wondering if we were ever going to get vampires in this one. It seems like they over they seem to overdo the ghost thing, like in this show. I mean, like, they've basically done that in the first season, and excuse me, and it seems that's like a very important element to them, that we got to have it, have some kind of ghost like element thrown into the story. But I mean, they were very clever about it as they went to each season, and I'm glad that they didn't do that in the Coven. Where it was all just witches and voodoo, and witch voodoo, black magic, so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of it was like more of character development, in it, and and yeah, I mean, it's fucking intense, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna get more intense as we get to more episodes, and it looks like we're gonna see Angela Bassett's character next week. She may be a vampire too. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's neither. Yet. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we just have to see. Her and Lady Gaga do have a scene together, so I assume she is going to turn her, into a vampire. So that will be interesting to see. Should be a vampire twice. I mean, hashtag vampire in Brooklyn. So, yeah, I thought this episode was pretty cool. It gets an 8 out of 1 to 10 in my book. And let me know what you thought of the episode. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of how they're handling the whole vampire mythology. How they're changing it up in their own way. Let me know what you think of that. Do you think it's better that they have fangs, or you think it's better for them to appear as though they're like crazy emo gothic people? So well, if you liked my review, thumb up the video, share, subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos to come. And until next time, Nerdy Blasian is signing out. Peace out.